in Casey Carter.
And now, introducing Casey Carter.
I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need, tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that inside buttercup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need, tell them giddy up.
Erotic boudoir, adult, intimate, sexy, sensual. Allow AJ and Nick, the dynamic mother-daughter team, to assist you in customizing a personal pleasure package tailored to your intimate needs. They are highly knowledgeable and offer a professional touch. You can visit their store located at 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, or browse more discreetly on their website at erotic-boudoir.com. And please be assured that both AJ and Nick are available to answer any questions you may have. Erotic Boudoir, helping you prioritize your pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Carter.
Where's my applause? Hold on. Hold on. There we go. How are we going to start a show without applause? Come on now. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is Wednesday. It is time for Casey at Night. Thank you so much for joining the show. First of all, I wasn't here last week. It was the Wednesday after Exotica, and I was burnt out. Period. I was burnt out. And since we didn't do boob tube, I figured, what the heck? It's a total rest night because we had a ball. Chicago was fire. Oh my God. It was packed the hell out. If you did not go to Chicago, shame on you because it was amazing. Exotica 2022 is off to a roaring start, which I'm so excited because one of the many people I met at Exotica, because, I like to say I meet everybody at Exotica, but one of the many people I met at Exotica last year, 2021, is tonight's guest. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is LadyRaeX, or on here, Ladyraesexymilf. Yep, we're going to get into that. This is on my Instagram post. I was telling you, it is a MILF lovers night, okay? If you are into MILFs, you came to the right place. That's tonight's show. And if you are into chocolate MILFs, well, baby, we got what you need. But first, I'm starting to do this sooner and sooner in the show because I'm sorry, I get a big giggle out of this. First, you know what time it is. Are you ready, Lorenzo?
Yes, I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lorenzo, the audience, please say hello.
Yes, good evening.
Lorenzo, I was just telling them how fire Chicago was. Back me up on this.
Oh yeah, Chicago, boy, it was hardly any walking room Friday night. It was off the chain. It was like almost double seemed like of last year.
Yeah, it
So
was crazy. It was insane. I mean, the doors opened and people came in, and then it was almost like you turned your back to the booth and then you turned back around and it was packed out
yeah, it was a line almost the whole night.
everywhere.
So yeah, that means this year Exotica is going to be something.
Yeah. So we still got three more locations: Miami in July, um, New Jersey in November, and the new hotness, DC in December. And I know what you're thinking. Who goes to DC in the winter? Don't play. You need to show up to Exotica because you won't even
That's right.
notice. You won't even notice. But when you see Lorenzo on the screen, you know what time it is. It's time for what, Lorenzo?
It's time for the 5 reasons to watch Casey.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, hold on.
that's
Let me
what they're
get
waiting
ready.
on.
Because
Here
I
we go.
be messing this up sometimes. So let me get ready. Okay, okay, okay. I'm ready. Go
All
ahead.
right, you sitting? You good?
I'm ready.
All right, people. The 5 reasons to watch Casey. Number 5, to find out what was Lady Ray's favorite toy to review.
Okay, I threw that one in there. It's kind of a
Mhm.
it's kind of a spin. There was a suggestion and I kind of spun it a little bit because I want to know. I want to know. Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
All right. Number 4, to find out what Lady Ray does in her favorite cheetah prints.
Mm.
Mm,
Animal prints are very popular, I might add.
yes.
Okay, what's next?
Number 3, to talk about that hot pink robe Casey wore at Exotica
All right, let's talk about
Ladies'
it.
Night Friday.
Here we go. This
Too.
me
Hmm.
and me and Ms. Marche. Her and her bubble. She
Yeah.
was bubbled up all weekend. Did you see she did an interview, a little quickie interview with the Hourglass podcast? She was working that bubble
Hmm.
gun during that.
Oh yeah, yeah. She had fun.
Oh yeah, that bubble
All
gun
right,
was fun.
number 2. Ooh, to find out how to get on Casey's spanking list.
So I didn't pull the video for the spanking because you're gonna have to go see it. If you're lucky, I might play it, but I really want you to go to my socials to see it. But yes, you want to be on the list, baby. You want to be on the list. And the only way to get on the list is to come to Exotica. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. People talking about that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mhm.
Well, because first
Yeah.
and foremost, folks don't always get to see me in that space. Usually, I'm at some small event doing my thing, but I think we're gonna
Hmm.
have to spank at Exotica more often.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. All right, here
All
we go.
right, and what everyone's waited for, of course, the main attraction, number 1, the cleavage cam.
All right, here we go for the cleavage cam. Yes, this is where I hide my necklace. Hold on,
Hmm.
gotta put it back.
What else is down there? There's all kind of stuff down
Well, today it's just my necklace, but
there. Oh,
sometimes there's a snack, money.
mm,
You know, my
iPhone.
my mother
Yeah.
my mother calls this in here Black City National Bank. Thank you,
Mhm.
Lorenzo. I
All right.
appreciate that as always. 5 reasons to watch Casey are always a lot of fun, but I'm gonna hit another break so I can jump in with tonight's guest MILF, Lady RaeX. So hold on, we'll be right back.
It's Exotica season. Come meet Casey at one or all four Exotica locations. Chicago, April 29th through May 1st. Miami, July 15th through July 17th. Edison, New Jersey, October 21st through October 23rd. Washington, D.C., December 2nd through December 4th. Say hi to Casey. Take a selfie with her, maybe an interview, or give her one reason to watch Casey. You might get featured on Cleavage Cam. For more information, visit Exotica at bit.ly/Casey at 3x. And follow Casey at CaseyAtNight on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
And I'm back. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to tonight's guest, the lovely LadyRaeX. Hey, Mama, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing amazing as usual.
And you look fantastic, I might add.
Oh, thank you so very much. You look amazing as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. And let me thank you right out the gate for you know, accepting my invitation to be a guest on Casey at Night. I totally appreciate that. Folks
Oh,
don't always know what to expect and they don't always want to jump in and say yes. So, thank you. I appreciate
oh,
it.
oh, you're welcome. You're so sweet. I couldn't say no. Them breasts, have they seen them? Okay.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. So, as I always tell people, when I meet folks at Exotica, I met you at Exotica, and I literally just met you last year. Um,
Yeah.
I think you said we saw each other in Jersey, but you made your presence known to me at DC.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I had to grab. Listen, you see me? Hey, Casey.
And
That part.
yeah, that's what she did. That's what she did. Girlfriend made sure to get up all in my personal space. So, and she's absolutely lovely because I'm funny about my personal space. And yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself. In my promo of you, it talks about you being a MILF, a toy reviewer, a bunch of different things. So tell the audience who Lady Rae is and what she does.
Okay. I started out doing sex toy reviews. I went to Spencer's one day, got me a dildo, and decided that I was going to do this on Pornhub and see how it worked. And I put it on Pornhub, and everybody liked it, so I had to come up with a name. Like, oh, but I'm a mom, so I could be Lady Rae's sexy milf. So that's how my name came.
Okay.
But yes, yep. So I do sex toy reviews. That's how I started, and then after that, I kind of grew a presence. My fans were like, "Oh, can you do this? And can you do this? And can you do that?" So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll try it." So I started doing toys, and then moved on to humans.
So wait, you
But I,
started reviewing toys and then you started reviewing humans?
yeah, I still review them. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hmm.
So wait, so real quick, I had on the 5 reasons to watch Casey. I wanted to know what was your favorite toy that you reviewed.
So my favorite toy probably is the clitoral sucking vibrator. I'm gonna show it to you. It's is this toy right here. And the reason I guess that it is my favorite toy is because like it has this part that vibrates in you, but then this part right here has like a sucking motion. So it's almost like having a threesome with myself. Like nobody give me a glass of wine, girl.
Yeah, I got one of those
Mm,
toys, so I know what you're talking about.
yes, ma'am.
I know what you're
They
talking
don't
about. Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
okay.
mm, mm.
uh,
Favorite toy. My favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I would agree in terms of I like a multifunction toy. Like I like a toy that um can do more than one thing at a time. And
Yeah.
however, I'm probably guilty of just using more than one toy at a time.
Yeah. Me too. I like. I've got toys that move, toys that I have to move, toys that suck, toys that, oh my goodness, they do all kinds of things. So I agree. The fact that that toy can do so many things
Yeah.
probably is what caught me. It was sucking and moving inside, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is a toy!" Like,
Yeah. 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 And the fact that it could bring you so much joy when you were by yourself.
mm, all alone at nights. I have amazing nights every night. It doesn't matter. If I'm in the company of people or if I'm alone, I'm having an amazing
It
night.
don't make no never mind. I understand, girl. I understand. Okay, so we
Yes, ma'am.
got the toy reviews, and you moved from toys to reviewing people, is how I'm gonna say it. And then,
Yes.
and then, what did you get into?
So I've already been a erotic masseuse. That it was my job before I even started doing like anything adult. So I would do like ligament massages, tantric massages, new room massages. So I am erotic masseuse. That is one thing I am, and I'm an author. I write books. I write motivational books, self help
Mm,
books. I'm crossing over kinda to the novel, sex, murder, lies stuff, but yeah.
mm. Okay, okay. So do me a favor. Can you explain? You rattled off a few different types of massages. For the audience, tell them
Okay.
what those types of massages are. Because, I think some of us we know, say, maybe yoni massage, or we know Swedish. We, like we know traditional massage terminology, and we've probably heard what the word yoni, but you said some other things that I don't think the average person is familiar with.
Okay. So I do erotic massages. So I do a ligament massage, which is it is a prostate massage, or it can be a hand job, more or less. And most of the time they want it to be directed to their prostate. So basically helping them down there get to a sense of pleasure or a happy ending per se. A tantric massage is more of a sensual massage. So a tantric massage can be blindfolded or not. It is not, the focus of that massage is not to have a happy ending. It's basically to enjoy the sensual touch,
Hmm.
the touch of the person, messing with different parts. And I flip all around the room, so I be everywhere, just like kind of, you know, their senses go crazy.
Hmm.
And that is more or less of the tantric. And then the Nuru is more of a body to body massage. It's where I actually get on top of the client and I massage my body on their body. And it's more like the Nuru, the gel. Okay, so the gel that comes with the Nuru massage is made out of seaweed, so it's slimy. It's yeah. So it's a slip and slide massage. It's supposed to be fun. And it a lot of couples do it. When they do it, they probably go a little further than what I would go with the client. So with the client, I just slip and slide back and forth, kind of, sort of. And they
Right.
like that, but like couples can actually take it a step further because they can start off like with the neuro massage. It's just something different, pamper each other, and then get right into the hot and heavy stuff. So
So, do you teach folks how to do the Nuru massage?
yes, I do teach how to do the neuro massage because it is a fun, pleasurable massage.
Hmm.
And um the really reason that I teach is because I would like for people to be more open when it comes to
Right.
foreplay. Um,
Yes.
The Nuru massage is more of a foreplayish thing between couples because it's more petting and touching, and I'm on top of you, but we're not actually engaging. So when a couple does it, they're gonna engage in sex. So the Nuru just is more or less like a foreplay, and they can get each other's senses aroused so that they can get to a better orgasmic experience.
I love
Yeah.
that because we don't do enough, or I think our imaginations won't stretch enough to find different types of things to do as foreplay. I think some of us automatically go to oral or petting.
Just to the point. Hmm.
Yeah, so I like that you know, um, recommend the Nuru as foreplay. It's a different way of thinking about how to get your partner or the both of you aroused for.
Exactly. I'm more of a essential person, so
Mhm.
I know I'm not the only female that's that way, but I like wandering hands. I like
Right.
hands that touch. So,
Hmm.
foreplay is very important to me because foreplay just makes everything else easier down the
Easy.
road.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. I mean, and again, I think we have to get out of our minds, out of our heads about what we think foreplay is supposed to be, supposed to look like. And so to your point, the touching, you can literally arouse someone just by touching them and how you touch them, and it doesn't always have to be directly here or on
Mhm.
their vagina or their penis. It can just be the intent of arousing them, and
Mhm.
where and how you touch them.
Yep, and everybody gets aroused different. So usually if a person gets on my table, um I kind of watch them, pay attention to them. I watch the breaths that they make. I watch the breathing. I watch the way their hands, just different things they do with their bodies to see, what it is that I'm doing because I like to edge. And a lot of people think
Mm.
that is more or less like I have to keep playing with the penis, but
Right.
edging, I could edge in between their thighs. I could,
Hmm.
I could touch them in different places. Everybody's different. So basically, what I try to do with each client is find out what specifically it is going to get them to that point, and I just work with that. I've been
Nice.
told that I got
You got really good what?
really good hands.
Oh, really good hands.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. Allow me to introduce you
Yeah.
to one of the faithful viewers, hustlers. Says, Nuru, I used to sell the massage oil when I had my adult store. Is definitely a good product. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that feedback. Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
so now that we've
Drew is amazing.
what was that, honey?
Oh, I said Nuru is amazing. He's right.
So now that we've educated them on the different types of massages that you just referenced, and enlightened them to the Nuru massage as a great foreplay, how did you end up at Exotica?
Whew, okay. So I ended up at Exotica because my toy reviews got to the point on my Pornhub. On my point, I started doing all kinds of toy reviews. I would do little toys, big toys, wide toys, all kinds of toys. So um I just started getting a lot of views, and I guess because I had to make myself a little bit more relevant because everybody else was doing people and I'm doing toys. So I had to kind of step up my game to, have attention, so I was
Mm-hmm.
in everybody's inboxes and everything, which got my Pornhub, it got to a couple of million views.
Hmm.
Like during COVID. Like during COVID, everybody was home, and
Right.
um I didn't just use them. You know what I'm saying? I would unbox them and then talk
Mm-hmm.
about them. and be like, okay, I'm gonna try this. And before long, it just my views got to the point where I guess different fans would tell me, go try this site and go try this site. So I began to put myself on different sites, and one day I got a phone call like, well, we would like for you to attend Exotica. And
Get
yes, ma'am.
out.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
Yep.
nice. That's awesome.
That was like, and I didn't even know what Exotica was. I just knew, I did know that there were love and sex expos, or there
Mhm.
were expos geared to the adult industry, but I just didn't know how to get to them. I didn't know the right people to
Mm.
contact. And so it was a blessing in disguise, because I had no clue that Exotica was going to be a network of
It
people,
it
and
certainly is.
that was the blessing in it all, because everything that I needed was at Exotica. The connection with people, my peers, my coworkers, people who are in the industry, people who are like-minded, who are, trying to help teach and educate, two different nationalities about the adult industry and the adult products and toys and everything. So it was amazing, like a melting pot of
Y-
information.
Yeah, that I have to tell you was one of my favorite things about Exotica. Because I actually found it when I was doing another event. I was doing Sex Expo in Brooklyn, and I ran into some folks at a booth and just started hanging out with them, chatting with them, and they were like, "Hey, you need to come to Exotica." And I'm like, "Okay." And I didn't really know what Exotica was. But at the same time, I had been riding up and down the highway and had seen a billboard for Exotica. This was when I was up in when I had lived up in the New York tri-state area. I had seen a billboard for Exotica. So when they suggested it, I was like, okay, I'm not 100% sure I know what Exotica is, but now that, it's being suggested and I've seen the billboard on the highway, let me check it out. So September we went to I went to Sex Expo, and that year Exotica was in November in New Jersey, and I was just like, I was in heaven. I was just like, oh my God. Whoo. And at that
Yes.
time, at that time, I was really promoting myself more as an erotic author. Um, I wasn't really promoting the dominant side, just really more was of an erotic author, and educator. And, like you said, to that point, once you step into that space and you make those connections, it really blossoms from there. It is, as an African American, as a woman of color, it is one of the most inviting places. I literally met um, Lady V and D at Exotica. I met King Hef at Exotica, Tyomi at Exotica, Jet Setting Jasmine, King Noir. And they embraced me right out the gate.
Isn't that crazy how welcoming it is? I tell people that all the time. Exotica is the most welcoming place. Like, you might go to, maybe you go to MBNA and you're working your data specialist, and you go to your job, and so you've got to fit into that job. You've got to be able to get along with your coworkers for you to have a nice day. Exotica dismisses all of that. Like, you come there, it's no judgment zone.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, family, let's have some fun.
And
What you do? Hey, let's.
exactly. That's the thing that I think makes it so beautiful is they're not expecting you to do porn. They're not expecting you to be a cam model. They're not expecting you to do anything in particular. It is genuinely, so what do you do? Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's so inviting and it's welcoming, and it's. I went to my first Exotica. I left feeling like this is where I need to be.
Yeah,
Like,
right? And I'm
Like
gonna
I
tell you
love.
what, I had gone pre-pandemic. Post-pandemic, it's like Exotica is on a whole nother level post-pandemic. It's, I think, because we had the pandemic caused us to not touch people. Once Exotica was back, it's like, oh my God, I can now touch people. And
Yeah.
folks are out here wanting to touch and be touched.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they
And
are. Yes,
express
they are.
express that that I tell people all the time, as a young woman or a young girl growing up, nobody ever explained or talked to me about, sex. It was always hush between
Mhm.
girls, or but when it comes to guys, it was so much explained about it. So to be able to express my sexuality and it be embraced, oh, that's everything.
Okay,
That's
hold that thought. I wanna talk about that a little bit more. We about to do a little break and we're gonna talk about that some more. So hold it.
okay.
Watch Casey Carter and her co-host, Carrie Anthony and Desiree on Exotica TV's BoobTube, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitter at Exotica TV. Join the ladies each week as they talk about what's hot and what's not on TV, streaming, and in theaters. Don't miss them, NJ, the man behind the sound effects. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on Exotica TV.
What could possibly go wrong?
And so I'm back talking with my guest, Lady Rae, sexy milk. Yes. Okay, so before we went to this break,
Mhm.
you started talking about something that is so near and dear to me. I am so passionate about how girls are brought up as it relates to sexuality. I grew up in a super duper sex positive environment. I I can't even begin to tell you how I don't understand. Like my experience was so open, so positive that I forget I'm actually abnormal in that sense, or I'm different in the sense, because so many ladies in sex work had the experience of being told or being shamed about sexuality. Let me say it that way. Whether it's from your parents, whether it was your peers, your family, the church, we girls were always made to, always told, don't touch yourself. Don't touch yourself. Which I always thought when I would hear that is so crazy because I'm like, okay, but how do I wipe my vagina if I don't touch myself, right? Like you
That-
forget I gotta touch myself to do that, right? But at the same time, you know, boys have to hold their penis to pee, right? So it understood and accepted that they're going to touch themselves. And folks just kind of act like they don't see it or they pretend like they don't know it happens. And
Mhm.
I don't understand why we do this to girls because I think it also leads to this place where young girls grow into young women who have difficulty with their sexuality or with their sexual experiences because they're not as free to express themselves.
Right. Yeah, I was so I've always been this kind of sexual person. Everybody around me has not been sexual. So
Mhm.
it was a little different. I was always peeking, paying attention to stuff and like, they doing over there. You know what I'm saying? Cuz
Yeah.
I was very sexual kid. I was eager to know about this and that. And then my dad used to have all these stacks of like
Magazine.
Playboy magazines, and I wasn't allowed in the room, but my babysitters used to be in there looking. And I remember the first time I like snuck in the room to see what they was looking at, and I seen a centerfold, like a whole grown, and I was like, wow, am I gonna look like this? Like so, and I always embraced my sexuality. I never understood, why it was so cliche, or I always thought it was maybe a fear
Hmm.
um, of people wanting to express it. They express everything else, this and that, but when it comes to sexuality, it's more like hush, hush, you're in the closet, or come over here, let me tell you about this, and it's like
Right.
that's normal, So I I always wanted women because I felt like it's the women that have the issue with expressing themselves sometimes more sexually, whereas men, they sometimes they will try everything. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But you
Yeah.
have women that, oh, they kind of care what somebody thinks about it, or that you know what I'm saying, instead of making a decision. So it's more or less a fear thing. And I try to get women to like think outside of the box and open up like your sexuality, because that is a beautiful thing, but if anything that you lie dormant, you know what I'm saying, that you don't allow it to grow. So
Hmm.
you want it to grow, you want to blossom, because there's no perfect relationship. There's always something better that you could do. And if you're not willing to think outside of the box or be open-minded, then there's another female that will do that. So and I'm not saying that to say, oh, just because of the other female, but why would you want somebody to come intrude on what you
Right.
have when you just work a little bit better at it? Because if
Yeah.
you're a bank teller and your boss comes to you and tell you, well, I need you to count this money a little bit faster, you're going to try. You get what I'm saying? Because of the
Yes.
money. So just because your relationship may not be giving you monetary gain, there is something to be gained. So why not put the extra in
Right.
to learn, to be open minded, try toys, try, you know what I'm saying? Try touching yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
go get out of your comfort zone, go to Exotic, or go to some place where everybody is there half nude, and see how it
And
fits, how.
and so to that point, I think the challenges, like I said, a lot of us are brought up to um, kind of turn the volume down on our sexuality in terms of women. As you're saying, men are highly encouraged to do what they do. Women, on the other hand, are looked at as needing to be quiet and in the background and do what I need you to do, and literally controlled and manipulated, like in all aspects of who we are. We are in essence controlled and manipulated. And if you think about it, historically speaking, there is nothing more threatening to a man than a self-possessed sexual woman, right? So um
Yes, ma'am.
to your point about encouraging them to be open-minded, I think for them, for some of them, the first thing that they have to do is to actually come to terms with the fact that they are a sexual being, and that clitoris, its only purpose in life is to be aroused.
And God made us this way.
Hello? And according to the Bible, in his image and likeness. So that means that God is at the very least male and female, right? Because,
Right. Exactly.
and we
Because
ain't
look at
trying to
us.
take you to church, but I'm just saying,
Nah, not at all. Not
just
not at all. But
I'm just saying, if you understand the words, image and likeness, we were created and in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, male and female. And that's all I'm gonna say.
yes.
And that being the case, everything God created supposedly is perfect in its way. So that means all of this is
All of this,
perfect. Is
all of
perfect.
this,
Okay?
all of this,
All of this.
mm,
All
all
of
of
this.
this. And my mom is a minister,
Oh,
so
listen, my mom is an elder. I understand. And she the one
yes.
who got me
So
where
I
I'm
grew
at. So, mm-hmm.
exactly. So it was watching her not be able to express herself sexually
Mm,
that made me want to do it so much, to help her and to help like her, my aunts and them. I
yeah.
get toy reviews. My toys come to the house. I go right to my aunt, like, you see this? And she'd be like, I'll be like, touch it, touch it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of stuff, it just depends on how you was raised. A lot of people don't even, I didn't even know that people didn't even do toys, you know? And like I said, I did my first toy on a review. I was well in my 30s by the time I
Mm,
did that first toy review. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's always more to learn. It's always more that you can add on to whatever you got going on to make it better. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we could just talk all night about this particular
Yes,
topic because
yes.
I feel really passionate about it, about women owning their sexuality and not, not for the sake of becoming a porn star or having 100,000 fans on OnlyFans. That's not what this is about. In my world, owning my sexuality is bigger than my sexual experiences. It plays a significant part in who I am as a confident woman. Me owning my sexuality shows up when I go to work and I'm managing my people and talking to my clients. There's a confidence that's built in owning all of that. There's a confidence in my ability to express myself sexually and with no shame, with no hesitation or reluctance. It manifests in so many other parts of my life. And when you think about it, those same women who um, who aren't comfortable with their sexuality also have other parts of their life that they don't
Mhm,
allow to blossom. It
mhm,
becomes kind of a bigger um, challenge, a bigger issue because you're always hiding. You're always not
mhm.
allowing
Yes,
yourself to live fully, truthfully, honestly. Um, and it just means a lot to me. I'm
for
like,
sure.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Sexy is confident.
Mhm.
To be sexy, you have to have reached a level of confidence to be able to walk in that. And that comes with freedom. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You have to be free, within who you are, confident in who you are, and that comes off sexy.
Hmm.
That's really what it is. It comes off sexy, and we all need this, as women. We were blessed to be the beautiful one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we should embrace that, and just be vibrant in this, and just love it and teach. I don't really, okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't really like my OnlyFans too much. It's okay. It's quite demanding. However, to be able to help one female
Hmm.
to understand herself a little bit better and to want to explore and educate herself on sex and her body, that is amazing. I was probably a teenager when I had watched Oprah one time. Probably shouldn't have been watching this show, but Oprah had somebody on the show, and the lady was talking about female like masturbation, like touching yourself. And basically, she was like, touch yourself,
Hmm.
learn what it is that you like so you can teach someone else what it
Right.
is that you like. Because how can you get upset at your partner if he's not doing the right thing and you haven't even took the time to learn what the right thing is that pleases you? They're not mind readers, so
Right. Right.
you know, sometimes you have to educate your partner to let them know like this is good or this is what I like. And I'm very verbal in the bedroom. You know,
Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My mama always says you have not because you ask not. So
that
yeah.
part says yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, so I'm about to do another break. And when we come back, I want to talk about the sexy MILF. Because let me
Okay.
tell you, when I turned 40, it's like my
Hmm.
sex appeal had it shot to a whole nother stratosphere. I want to talk about that. So hold on, folks. We'll be back
Hmm.
in a minute.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Way up. Now we gon' Buttercup, I got what you need. I got what you want. I got what you need. Tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front. Exterior red and that inside Buttercup. I got what you need. I got what you want. I got what you need. Tell them giddy up.
Okay, big shout out to my friend Kelly. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Okay, so coming up in May, the next couple of weeks, my guest will be. Hold on. See, I told you I'm not always ready for this. So, coming up next week, NK Swingers, host of Tribe Chat. It's gonna be interesting. These folks, I don't have my notes in front of me, but these folks are gonna have some real good conversation. Um, we're gonna talk about swinging. We're gonna talk about POCs in this area. We're gonna talk about how to get into adult entertainment. We're gonna talk about it, and then after that, May 25th. Okay, I'm clapping on this here. May 25th, my friend, King Hef, creator of the Hef's Lifestyle, creator of Pink Hef, creator of the Black Hef. Um, the ooh, that just reminded me. I got a cookie somewhere. I gotta eat my cookie, my pussy doodle cookie. I forgot about my cookie. Ooh, I gotta eat my cookie. But anyway, King Hef, if you have seen or have not seen King Hef, he is a connoisseur of sensual BDSM. That is, I mean, like when I met him, he was selling vagina vitamin and all of that. But he basically has really, really built his brand now on sensual BDSM. He teaches it at Exotica. He travels up and down the highway teaching spanking and choking and knife play. Yeah, I said knife play. Scroll through my social. You'll find it. It's out there. It's out there. And so he will be my guest May 25th. Don't miss it. If we lucky, I might still be on the air. I don't know. I'm trying. I didn't. So today I tried something new. So I use this program that streams to different platforms for me, and I've discovered I could stream to Facebook. So first off, we'll see if it actually worked. Second, we'll see how long it lasts. because you know Facebook is so fucking sensitive. So we'll see if I get in trouble for saying that. But so, all right, Mr. Lorenzo, you just gonna hang out while us girls talk about being a sexy milf. Um,
Mm.
so let me quick story. I separated from my ex husband and moved back to my parents' home the year I turned 40. My my
Wow.
daughter was 10 and my son, I think he must have been 8. And so I had my all my stuff that I was bringing back from Florida, I had delivered on a in a truck. And we hired some people to take all my stuff out of the storage unit, from the truck. And the guys who were doing it, they were trying to guess how old I was. They were like, well, like what, 25, 27? I'm like, no, I got 2 kids. They were like, oh, okay. So what, like 32? And I was like, no, my kids are like 8 and 10. They were like, okay. Well, then, I don't know, 35? I was like, no, 40. They were like eyes got big as saucers. And folks, like, their voices got real low and they were like, 40? Really? Really? You're 40? I was like, okay. Yeah. That was the
Hmm.
moment where I realized, oh yeah, you were cute before, but now you sexy. You sexy as fuck. Cause there's something about that older woman that I think and I don't know if it's just the a younger guy thing, but there's something about the older seasoned woman that in and of itself is attractive.
Very much so. My story is a little similar to yours. I'm gonna say it real quick. I was married. I left my marriage at the peak. As soon as I got 40, I got divorced, and it was so funny because people always say when you turn 40, that you get all these extra hormones. I promise you, I was like 17 again, and I was like, I don't got no husband no more. Like, I was like, what did I do?
Do it
So
all.
it was like all these raging hormones in me, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like all of these guys like in their 30s, in their 20s, like nobody could ever pick my age. And it's kind of funny
Mm-hmm.
because my daughters, I have 5 daughters and 2 sons, so I have 7 children.
Stop.
And yeah, yes. So my daughters would bring guys home, and my daughters would always pop them like, "Stop looking at my mom," or my sons would like, "Mom, you can't give him a hug too long. Okay, that's enough. That hug is too long." So I used to be like, "Well, what's going on? Everybody think I'm young. Nobody ever believed those are my children. They think that we're siblings."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they just think that I'm in my 30s. So I always laugh at them, which is kind of funny because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to me. Like
Yes.
I have never had a problem telling anybody how old I am.
How old are you?
I'm 46.
I'll be
It's a beautiful.
53 on my birthday.
Oh, look at that! It's such a beautiful thing. So I have 32, 28,
Mm.
20-year olds and I'm like, oh, this one guy asked me one time, he was like, could you please be my sugar mama? He's like, because I know
Oh,
you somebody's mama.
Lord.
Like, oh, that's so cute. I was like, but I'm not nobody's sugar mama. But I was like, thank you. He was like, but you look, he was like, you got the mom look, but you so sexy with it. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I put my glasses on, I think they lose their mind. But they love MILFs. Like, we on the rise. I don't care what nobody say. People always be like, the older you get, you just start declining where?
No.
Where?
Okay, so did you get to meet Rita Daniels at Exotica?
I did.
70.
Mm,
70.
yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
she didn't get started in adult entertainment until she was, what was it, Linda? Was it 50? Was it 60? Something,
In her
something.
late 60s.
She was already like in the out there age wise before she actually
Yeah.
got into adult entertainment and is hugely popular. Let me tell you, in 2020, during the height of the pandemic, she was doing Bikini of the Day, and my ass was watching Bikini of the Day.
That's too cute. That is too
I was
cute.
loving Bikini of the Day. Okay. I was living for Bikini of the Day. So, yes. And she has huge, huge, huge following. Huge
Hmm.
following.
Yeah, they love.
Yeah. And I think just speaking for us brown girls, I'm trying to tell you,
Mm.
them brown girls.
Brown skin girls.
Okay. I swear, and I mean this when I say it doesn't matter how old the person is, there's something about us in this mature space and the owning, going back to the top of the conversation, the owning of the sexuality. I think we naturally have if we're lucky, come into a confidence, come into a space where we are comfortable with who we are, um, very self aware and self possessed. And it is evident, it is very, very evident. Not to toot my own horn, but I get a big kick out of walking in a room, and I am so comfortable doing it by myself, but walking into a room and letting the whole room go.
Yes, ma'am. Hmm. That's how I found you. I tracked you down. Listen, I was at Exotica, and listen, I was like, "Oh, that's confidence right there. That's something sexy. You see how she keeps swaying through? I got to touch the hem of her garment."
Girl, stop! Don't make me blush. Oh my
But I'm
god!
serious. It was
but
it was so much confidence, and no, you get what I'm saying. And when you have that, that is attractive. You get what I'm saying, because it shines. It's almost like the sun. It's like a radiance just bouncing off you. And then with yeah, with our brown, yeah, it's beautiful. It's
All right,
beautiful.
girl. Before we get way off the beaten track here, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all haven't been paying attention, I got the little ticker here with all her stuff, all her links, all her links. But where can we find you next? Will we see you at Exotica again this year sometime
Yes,
soon?
I'm trying my best to be at every Exotica forever. And then yeah, I love Exotica. That's my happy place.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm just gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep pushing my brand. I'm starting more stuff. I had a YouTube channel that went down because I had to tweak it some a little bit. I guess it was my first time. I didn't know what I could do and couldn't do. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now I can go forward and do things right. So I will be posting stuff. I try to post things weekly to let everybody know what's going on with me, where I am, what new content I got out, what new thing I'm doing. So yes, I try to engage with my fans.
So I popped up your Instagram and your Twitter. Is there any one that you do more than the others? Like, for example, I see you more on Instagram than I do on Twitter. And now that I'm thinking about it, I got to remember if I started following you on Twitter. But I see you and your little cute TikToks and whatnot on Instagram. Wait, speaking of which, you did one recently that I had to talk about because it tickled me. You did this one TikTok where you were using a voiceover where you talked about, it was something about the boobs, and you talked about ass, and then you said something about a flat stomach, and you were like, boobs.
Yes, like if you're looking for a girl with boobs, I got them. If you're looking for a girl with ass, I got it. If you're looking for a girl with a flat stomach, are you looking for a girl with boobs?
I
Because
died when I saw. I died. I so died. As a matter of fact, I got such a giggle out of that. I was like, you know what? I may have to go back to my TikTok because I have an account and they pissed me off, and so I was like, "F you."
Yeah,
And
they shut me down. They shut my TikTok down at 14K subscribers. And they told me that I had too much adult content, which I argue with TikTok about because everything I do I found on TikTok. So how is it too,
so let me
are you serious?
let me tell you what pissed me off with them. So in 2020, I went to AVN and I was hanging out with Ms. Marche, and she had on this dress that had like tiger stripes on it. It was a black and white dress, and the black was like these tiger stripes. And you know Miss Marche's booty, right?
Ghetto, big, huge. Yes,
So
BBW.
I
Love
took
it.
video of her twerking in this dress, and all you see are these stripes just moving, right? So
Oh,
it's a
that's
tight
amazing.
shot on the dress, on her booty, and in the video I slowed it down a little bit so that you could focus. Now, you
Mm,
really can't tell, like it's not evident that it's her butt,
right.
but they took my video.
Hmm.
No nudity,
Yeah.
no foul language, no nothing, no flesh of any kind. They took my video, told me my video was inappropriate. I was like,
Yes, ma'am. Yep, that's exactly what they did to me. And I was like, oh, y'all got me messed up. My fans gonna be looking for me. I'm about to throw this stuff right back up. That's what I did. I
let
don't
me
take
go.
no's too easily. But they do, in a lot of platforms, have problems with women of color because we're curvy. But that, how y'all gonna blame us for how
Hmm.
God made us? That is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna be, I'm not gonna be reprimanded on how I look. Just
Or
you're
no, you are not going to penalize me because I took pictures, took video of some stripes.
right, because of the way they move. Like, that is that is, she's God blessed back there. So
Hello.
like, is somebody in the production area upset because they're not God blessed like Miss Marche? Like, this is how I think. You get what I'm saying? Because she doesn't have to do much for it to jiggle. So
Hmm.
you get what I'm saying? How do you get up? How do you get blocked because of something that is naturally happening? It's not like she's making it move, you know?
And like I said, she wasn't nude. It was not nude. There was no skin. What when I tell you that shot was nothing but the dress, only the dress. There was you couldn't see her head, you couldn't see her legs, no arms, no nothing. All dress. And they took
Hmm.
my video.
Yes, ma'am. Hmm.
I was
Yep.
like, I had just started dealing with them and was like, all right, I'm done. Screw you. I'm not I'm not fighting
Yeah.
it. Not gonna fight that. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
I asked them why did they suspend my account, and they didn't give me a correct answer.
Because they don't have
But
one.
they didn't know I, yeah, they didn't know I had all my videos saved. So I took the same videos and put them there. I know I still got to work to get those followings, but usually TikTok, you one weird video can go viral, and
Right.
then all of your videos might go viral. So it's a stream for my fans to see me be creative. So
Right. So,
yeah, I do it.
anywho, I want to say thank you to my lovely guest, Lady Rae. I look forward to seeing you in Miami, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's gonna be my birthday month, so I'm gonna
Oh,
turn
when's your
up. I'm gonna
birthday?
turn up. July 25th. So my birthday is actually the week after Exotica.
The
So
yes,
that's,
yes.
I get to be with family and enjoy my birthday around my people, doing what I like to do best, expressing what I like to express. We're gonna be turned.
In Miami, no less. Holla. All right now.
Yes.
I'm listen, I'm looking forward to it. I got my promo photos just today.
Oh,
Miami.
cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
ready. I'm ready. Okay, so before I go, officially before I go, and now that I've thanked Lady Rae, and I I'm a you and I are gonna talk again some more because I wanna have this conversation some more about women and their sexuality. But I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge Lorenzo and his
Yes, right.
ASN Lifestyle Magazine Award nomination for social media influencer.
Yeah, so
Woohoo!
make
Okay.
sure you vote
Woohoo!
twice.
Let me
Vote
get
twice
some
on
applause.
ASN.
Yes, yes. I would be remiss if I did not throw that out there. And yes, as he said, you can vote twice a day. Get your votes in. Get your votes in.
And might I say, from the time that we saw Lady Ray approach you, she has advanced tremendously in that last year.
Yeah. Okay.
I just had to
Listen.
touch her. I just had to touch her. That's it. I'm telling you, I just had to touch. I rubbed them boobs. You know how the boob cam go
Don't
there? I
tell that to
rubbed them
these
boobs.
people. Don't tell them that.
Woo!
They're going to get the wrong idea. They're going to think they can touch me.
Oh, don't touch her. If she be having that fan, you might get cut with that katana fan. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that part right there, don't touch.
If you can even get past Lorenzo,
Yeah,
that part right there. Because listen, if you get past Lorenzo, he's either not there. Let's just say that he's not there, or you've been approved to get past Lorenzo.
for
Now,
sure, because he definitely seen me first.
yeah, right. And
Yeah,
so to that point, male or female, you still got to get past him. Okay,
That part.
don't think because you female, he gonna let you slide. Mm.
but she came with a certain way about her. You can see it in her eye and the way she approached.
Yeah, no, it was
Very
totally
very
genuine.
honest with her.
It was
Yeah,
totally genuine because when she first of all, you had on your hat, and I loved that little hat look.
she did shake a little bit when she did touch you, though. I will say that she did shake.
Okay, see, you need to stop. Y'all need to stop.
Ooh. Say Mufasa, do it again. Do it again.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, people. Okay, Lady Rae, you and I are definitely going to have conversation again. We may just do it on Instagram and just like two
Okay.
grown women just chatting away and whatever. And Lorenzo, well, we're gonna see Lorenzo again
Yeah, yeah,
next
that's
week.
right.
And I be pimping that voice. You know how they say red hot, I put that shit on everything? Yeah. Lorenzo's voice. I put that shit on everything.
I loved it. I
Yeah,
loved it. I loved it.
Any chance I can put that voice on something, I do. If it's not his voice, it's my voice. So listen, I'm not just grabbing anybody's voice. I work with what God created, and it works for me. But in the meantime, y'all, come back and see me next week. Make sure to follow LadyRaeX on Insta and social. And this other thing here that says apclips.com / I am risky. That right there should tell you something. All right.
That I am.
Okay. All right. See you guys next week. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.